Well, December closed out with record migrant encounter numbers at the southern border. More than 340,000 in 1 month alone. New record. This is Michigan Stadium. It holds just under 108,000 people, the big house. The three stadiums together hold 316,000 people. More than that came across the border in December in 1 month. How much do you want to bet that many of the people on their way here have pretty bad intentions probably once they get here? Better yet, can you guarantee me that they don't? This should terrify you. This should terrify the Biden administration, but apparently it's not. Remember just a few months ago, Mayorkas said this.
Our approach to managing the borders securely and humanely, even within our fundamentally broken immigration system, is working.
Because for them, it's a feature, not a bug. He's not even lying when he says it's working. This is exactly what they wanted to happen. Congressman Rich McCormick joins me now. Sir, is the House going to impeach Mayorkas at any point?
Well, I'd like to say we could. It's hard to get those kind of votes. The really disturbing thing to me is, think about this. Since Biden's been president, we've let in about 10 million people. Think about it. We have a 2-vote majority in the House. That's about 13 congressional districts full of people that we've let in. 13 entire congressional districts, all unfunded, by the way. These are low-skill individuals who can't get a job. They can't get a job legally, right. So they're going to be totally dependent on the United States government. 13 congressional districts worth of people dependent on the United States government for their health care, for their education, for their housing, for every single penny that they need to have is going to come from you and I and everybody else who pays taxes. It's ridiculous.
Meanwhile, you have 20 veterans a day killing themselves and homeless veterans sitting out there who put their life on the line for the country. You're actually headed to the border tomorrow. I mean, what are you expecting to see? And how does this move the needle? How are you going to be able to bring that back to D.C. and actually do something?
I'm going to be filming. I'm going to be showing just the pandemonium that exists down there. We won't see everything. We won't see the trees littered with women's panties who've been raped. About 80% of the women who come up have been raped multiple times. We won't be able to see the drugs that come across. I won't be able to identify the almost 2 million people that got away who may be doing bad things to our country. We know we have a record number of people who have been captured that were on terrorist lists. We have a record number of getaways. We don't know who's coming here. We don't have sovereignty. The border agents that are sent out there are literally there just to prosecute or to actually bring them in the United States and ship them on taxpayers' dollars all over the nation. It's crazy and unacceptable.
Yeah, well, Congressman, this is from The Guardian. Biden, 3 years into his presidency, just in time for the primaries, is considering cracking down on the border. I mean, really?
This is what they're going to do. They're going to cut Fed rates. The economy will start to burgeon. You'll see the price of oil will come down. I'm sure they'll address that. I'm sure they're going to address the border. All these things to say, oh, yes, we care. It is absolutely look the other way while we have an election and then go right back to the bad behavior. I hope America's paying attention and taking notes.
I don't know how they're going to bring down fuel, Congressman. I mean, they've already drained the strategic petroleum reserves to lower than anything in my lifetime. And they stopped all the drilling domestically, and the Saudis are telling us to pound sand. One more thing. You and your son ringing the new year in right. I like this.
I tell my sons, be your best mentally, physically, and spiritually. They all go to church. They're all in college. They're going to get their degree. And as you can see, not too many people do clap pull-ups. We did this is just how we bring in the new year. It's something neat to do with your son, as long as you're physically capable.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I walked into my gym this morning at 7 o'clock expecting a stampede. There was 2 people in there. I was like, all right, this year's off to a great start.
Hey, let's be our best. Hopefully we'll make this a great year, and we're going to bring the wood in Congress so we can stop the bad things the Democrats are up to, both in the Senate and the White House.
Please
Let's win some elections.
Expand that majority, too. We need that. Representative Rich McCormick, appreciate you being here. Happy New Year, sir.
Semper Fi. Happy New Year.